Welcome back to Basketball Convos, where we break down the latest NBA action and get you up to speed. Today is day 12 of our 30-day NBA offseason recap series, and we're diving into the Miami Heat. This team has been a staple in the Eastern Conference, and after a roller coaster season, they're gearing up for another run. The Miami Heat finished the 23-24 season with a 46-36 record, landing them the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. The Heat's season was a mix of highs and lows, and despite making the playoffs, their journey ended early with a first-round exit against the Boston Celtics, losing the series 1-4. Injuries and inconsistency plagued them throughout the season, but as we know with the Heat, they're always ready to bounce back stronger. The Heat culture is about resilience, and they'll need every bit of it to compete in a tough Eastern Conference next season. Now, let's talk about the offseason moves. The Heat made several interesting decisions, some of which were about retaining their key players while others involved adding depth to their roster. The biggest move of the offseason was re-signing Bam Adebayo to a 3-year, $116 million deal, securing their defensive anchor and one of the best big men in the league. The Heat will have his service for at least 4 more seasons as his new contract only kicks in after 2 years. Haywood Highsmith is also back with a rather cheap contract for 2 years at $11 million. His length and outside shooting would be something the Heat need. They also brought back Kevin Love for 2 more years at $8 million, giving themselves a savvy veteran coming off the bench who offers a bit of rebounding and outside shooting. Thomas Bryant returned on a 1-year minimum deal. He might not get a lot of playing time, but could be an insurance when one of the bigs go down throughout the season. The Heat also snagged Alec Burks from the New York Knicks on a 1-year deal. Burks is a solid scorer and can provide a huge spark off the bench. Burks had shown that in last year's playoffs, he can be that offensive spark whenever the team goes stagnant offensively. In the draft, the Heat was also able to pick Kel'elWare with the 15th pick, who seems to fit the Heat very well. The 7-footer would provide a lot of front-court depth to the Heat with his athleticism and as a lob threat. Pelle Larsson, who was picked at 44th pick, could be an intriguing shooting wing who walks into the under-the-radar development under Heat's system. The Heat did also grab a few two-way players and undrafted rookies, while Josh Christopher is one of the noticeable additions. The Heat had been excellent in developing unknown players for years, and they definitely could turn players into gems. On the other hand, the Heat did lose some valuable players. The Heat could have offered Caleb Martin a bit more than what he gets now, but hesitated. Martin, who played a significant role for them last few seasons, signed with the Philadelphia 76ers on a reasonably low price. DeLon Wright left for the Bucks, Patty Mills moved on to Utah, and Orlando Robinson signed with the Kings. Jamal Cain and Cole Swider joined the Pelicans and Pacers as well. These departures will be felt, but the Heat always have a knack for finding ways to fill the gaps. Looking ahead to the upcoming season, the Heat's depth chart is shaping up nicely. At point guard, Terry Rozier, acquired in a trade last season, will lead the charge, bringing his scoring ability and defensive tenacity. Returning to healthy form, hopefully he could provide the necessary offensive punch. Tyler Herro, who has become one of the team's most reliable scorers, will start at shooting guard. Jimmy Butler, the heart and soul of the team, will slot in at small forward, continuing to lead by example on both ends of the floor. Nikola Jovic, the young forward who showed flashes last season, will get his chance to start at power forward, and of course, Bam Adebayo will hold it down at center. The bench looks solid as well. Josh Richardson, Duncan Robinson, and rookie Jaime Jaquez Jr. will provide depth on the wings, with Haywood Highsmith and Kevin Love bringing their experience to the frontcourt. We also can't forget about the new additions, Josh Christopher and Alec Burks, who will add versatility to the guard rotation. Rookie Kel'elWare and Thomas Bryant will round out the big man rotation, giving the Heat a mix of youth and veteran leadership. Looking at their depth chart, we can see a balancing roster between offense and defense, with a lot of versatility that could play a switch-heavy scheme which Miami best at. So, what can we expect from the Miami Heat in the 24-25 season? The biggest question mark will be their health. Can the Heat stay healthy enough to challenge the top teams in the East? Injuries have been a major issue for them in recent years, and they'll need their core players, especially Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, to stay on the court if they want to make a deep playoff run. Another interesting point to watch is which role player will step up under Eric Spoelstra's coaching. The Heat have a history of turning unheralded players into key contributors, and this season could see someone like Nikola Jovic or Jaime Jaquez Jr. take a big leap. Lastly, keep an eye on Jimmy Butler's situation. He can opt out of his contract next season. Will this be his last year in Miami, or will the Heat do enough to keep him around for another run? The Miami Heat are always a team to watch, and this season will be no different. They've got the talent, the coaching, and the culture to make noise in the Eastern Conference. I predict them getting around only 40 wins considered their usual underachievement in regular season, but could still be a team that everyone fears in the playoffs. It's going to be an exciting season for Heat fans, and we'll be here every step of the way, breaking it all down for you. Thanks for tuning into Basketball Convos, and don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more NBA content. Stay tuned for the upcoming off-season recaps too. Bye for now.